Welcome back to my dimly lit trailer home in the backyard of the Baker family. It might not be mine. I might be misremembering that. We just received a call from Zoe, who has been, helping us? Question mark? Helping us throughout this experience. And, if I'm remembering correctly, she told us to go to the old house, through the backyard, to the old house, to confront, dear Mama Baker. I can't wait. We have a pocket knife, and so far that's about all I've been using. There are guns, and I should use them. It's just so loud. Frightens me. So the only seeming way I can go, as this seems to be locked by some means of magic. No, it's like an electronic key card. And so we're going this way. Quickly, though, I'd love to remember, how do you play this game? What are the controls and the buttons? That's blocking. That'll be very handy. All right, this is to two-hand it. It works better on, let's say, a Zweihander, but this is a pretty good example, if you'd like to just pay attention. We're going to parry, and then we're not going to thrust, as that would be inappropriate. Here we go. Inventory. I'm stacked full. Oh, goodness me, I need a backpack. Let's see if we can make anything. No chem fluids. Startlingly dry. What a shame. Okay, so I can probably, let's say, leave 20 bullets in the box back there and save myself a little room. We also have these antique coins that I tried to put in here. Let me try to put it in here one more time. Maybe I just needed to receive the call from Zoe first. So that has steroids, which would be a indefinite max health increase. Yes, please. Oh God, yes, please. Stabilizer. I can't really see what that does. I'm just too short, you see. Reloading speed. I'll take it or leave it. And then this is a giant magnum pistol that's just gonna blow you out of the water. Alright, so let's start with the max health increase. Yes. And again, finally, it's all becoming clear to me. I'll take it. Literally from the cage and into my bloodstream, I'll take it. Okay, do I need to use that? Use it. Right into that hand. Right into my Frankenstein. Hello, hello. It's so nice to see you guys there. Oh, glorious day. We are back in the Baker residence. Yes, welcome. And let me give you just a touch less, Jeff. Jeff, how dare you? There. Now I'm somewhat near the middle of frame. It's not desperately important. I mean, we're not going to win an Oscar for this, or anything. How is your Saturday going so far? Not too bad. Much better now that I'm in your company. Those aren't grenades. We checked last time. I won't further molest the swimwear. No, thank you. Moving on. So I hope that worked. I hope we have an indefinite max health increase. I did not put things in the box. Forgetful me. I'm going to regret this. Oh well. I don't think we'll need those coins again until we come back with more for the next cage, so hooray. I'll keep anything craftable. And the lockpick, yes. Supplements. Make them into medicine first. Alright. Yeah. Should I maybe leave those behind? I would need chem fluid. Mixed up my vowels there in order to make anything with my supplements. Okay. We're not gonna dwell on it. Now I know you have questions, but we're not gonna dwell on it. It's been a long morning, and there's no time for questions. So we may end up needing that on the fly, but I, again, will regret it later. I don't have the shotgun yet. I don't think I'm going to get the shotgun in the old house. We saw 2 shotguns back in the new house, should we call it? The main house. And I could go back in and look there. That is another option we have open to us. It may be that now that we've defeated Joe with our hard-won garage arena battle / incompetently played garage arena battle, it could be that we now have full run of the main house and can safely explore. I'm too much of a coward to test that theory, but that could be. Let's take a quick peek inside and see how dangerous it seems. I am hoping, however, that it has somehow taken pity on me and re-saved it. I have to manually save it. What am I talking about? This isn't one of those modern games that gives you the luxury. Now that I've done all this inventory management, let me save myself the time. For when we inevitably get ambushed in the main house. I promise this'll go smoother once I wake up. Alright, we still just have the knife. The other thing I wanted to check, we've checked our inventory, hooray hurrah. That's what I wanted to make sure I know how to do on the fly. Switch between. Good. Alright, quick peek back in here. I swear to God, Joe, if you're up and walking around again, I literally blent your legs into a paste from the head down to your legs. I believe we read that newspaper. There is something sort of funny I saw in the achievement section. I think I need a blank one. Hopefully there will be another shadow puzzle in our future. But if I put like anything in there, I don't know what is eligible. But say a pocket knife or something. You can get a little achievement for, why are you using a non-puzzle item in the puzzle shadow plinth? So what I believe, if I had to guess, what we need to do is go get the shotgun from G-Maw's attic, wherever that was, and replace it with this one. Because this one seems to be fully functional. We have not yet tested G-Maw's attic gun. Now let me see if I can remember how to get over there. Probably not. And I'm gonna get myself all used to not being attacked in here if it is true that defeating Joe has quieted down the main house. And then we're gonna go to the old house where we're gonna get attacked over and over again. This is not good practice. Scorpion key. Hooray. Thanks, Dwayne. That's what we were missing back when we came here to G-Maw's shotgun attic. She is no longer inside. Does get around a lot for a seemingly unconscious woman. Hello, it's so nice to see you guys there. So many this morning. Are you replicating? Are you using your cell walls to replicate? Creepy. Dear Mrs. Baker, how have you been feeling recently? It's been a long time since you came in for your last checkup. I'm writing to tell you that I've finished examining your x-rays, and those dark areas in your cranium, well, how do I say this? They are fungus-like structures. Seem to be related to mold. That's the best I can do as a doctor. The hallucinations and noises you said you've been hearing, they may be related to these growths. Why did you even reach out? This is all guesstimates, Crawford. Mr. Lang, I don't care for your medical guesstimates. If your symptoms are due to a fungal parasite, let's test that. It must be removed before it's too late. I don't mean to scare you, but I am seriously concerned for your health. Please come to the hospital as soon as you read this letter. As your doctor, I strongly recommend you undergo further tests. Good. There. Finally. Some sound medical advice. A 25-month streak. Have I been alive? Have we been alive that long together? You and I can't... That's a long time to be streaking. I loved it. I really did. Alright, nothing in there. The vase is stunning. That's not where legs are supposed to be coming from in the frame. Suddenly, into our lives. That's... And what do you have to say for yourself, sir? Your tie is very wide, the head of it. You should check that. More shotgun shells. Thanks, Grandma. We're never gonna get through this game if I... I'll hang on to these. I'll hang on to Grandmama's teeth. Is that the song you were hoping for? Yes, I'll hang on to Grandmama's teeth. Teeth in the pocket, and teeth in my trailer, and teeth in the green thing where all my junk goes. That's the best you're getting. It was quite subtle. It was a special moment. I am tired of chasing all of these shitheads around the yard. The next time one of our guests runs away, hide the dog head reliefs so that they can't get out of the house. This is starting to sound familiar. Let's hide them like this. You know what? It would have been great to find this just a little earlier. You know, well, that would have been great. I don't think I had the scorpion key until now. Is that just to taunt you? Ha, there was a list of where we hid all of them, but you had to search around the house manually on your hands and knees. Why is his accent like that? Why is it... I don't know. Broken shotgun. That checks out. I want to take these with me, because in my mind, I know this might be paranoid, these are a deadly weapon that should not be left behind. And to leave them here, this is like Chekhov's gun. This will go off into my wrist later. And I don't appreciate that. So I did have enough room, yes, in my inventory for the broken shotgun. Let's get rid of that ASAP. I don't think I have any new VHS tapes to try yet. We have a VHS player in the trailer, too, that we didn't have a new tape for, so I don't know why I'm thinking. Just gonna enjoy this nude statuary for a second. I mean, he's not as nude as I would have liked, but it's still quite enjoyable. That's nice. Alright, back down. Let's get this shotgun out. Statue's been greedy. So we do not have a snake key yet. Presumably there are more goodies hiding for us. Hey, are you goodies hiding behind the snake door? Get out from there. Hello, good morning all. It's so nice to see you. So I'm assuming we can place the broken shotgun. Yeah, no, that's fair. How do I increase my inventory space? That's like the big question of the day that I'm wondering if I should go ahead and Google and get it out of the way with. Because if I've missed an only backpack upgrade I'm gonna get, well, that'll put a damper in our enjoyment of things. Another safe room back here, if memory serves. Hated down there. Oh, I have a feeling that whole area is supposed to take you about, 10, 15 minutes. I made a meal out of it. I made a whole session out of it. I guess I can temporarily do this. I'll be back for you crafting materials. Daddy loves you. Daddy's not sorry, but he does love you. So, alright, let's try this again. Can you even get more inventory space? If you can't get more inventory space, then this is it for me. I'm... the inventory management... No, we'll press on. I promise. Alright, we're locked in. We have a sweet, saucy, workable shotgun for the first time. I'm going to put some green things in it, presumably soylent. So the working shotgun is a vertical affair. I understand. Oh, that's sleek and sensuous. Let's put the broken shotgun. It can't be used. Ha! Suck it, statuette. Alright. Now we're much, much better armed. Ooh, you can find backpacks hidden in the game. There are only a few. Are they hidden, say, just behind this window here? Should we peek? Is that... Nope, nothing, just the floor. I can't wait to find one. That would really help me out. And thank you for the confirmation. So this was a great detour. We now have a shotgun, in case things with Mama get a little upsetting in there. I just killed a man. Put my scorpion key against his... Well, I think I've described it enough. Can I actually... affect this? Yeah, that's gonna help. That's gonna help me not hate how the inventory looks. Alright. Back to pistol. In fact, back to pocket knife, which is now in the downward D-pad direction. The triple D. I think it's probably time to save it again. I don't know if I should re-pull out my crafting materials. If on the fly I need an extra health potion, I should probably take them. I might in fact have enough to just go ahead and make the health potion now that I found this chem fluid. Let's do that. Or I could get rid of the supplements and make some psychostimulants. Aha, one is behind that snake key door on the main house. Great. So I will keep my eye out for the snake key, at the very least. Yes. And yes. Gunpowder, nah. I haven't been using any ammo, so apparently it's not necessary for the game. Not necessary for the game if you're an idiot who doesn't know how to... Alright, we have one health, jar. Whatever that is. Beginning to wonder if it's Grandma's teeth. Disinfectant. Yes. Overwrite. Alright, now we're back on the main progress path. Let's see if we can find our way to the quote-unquote old house. Seems a little ageist, if you ask me, but sometimes you have to separate things into categories so that you can write the wiki guide properly. And oh, this looks familiar. Is this where we saw... I should remember my own wife's name. Week. May? Is it May? That's really disrespectful. It might be Amy. It's something with like 3 letters and an M. I think this is where we saw her. Just running through the babies, wild and free. Ah, she made a day of it. Mama? Are you decent? There's nothing decent about Mama Baker. It's quite swampy out. I hope conditions dry. Bugs! Alright, well, this was fun. So that is Resident Evil 7. And, yep, that's the option I'm looking for. So, alright. Okay, we'll take a quick peek and see if maybe there's more. But I don't believe so. I think this is the end. I don't wanna. You get back in there. No, I don't wanna. Just try to sneak up on these guys. Sorry, gents. Don't mean to ruin your thorax there. February 8th, 1802? Good year. Ah! is that you? Is that you, Mama Baker? You look different. You look undulous. Well, this is just, yeah, well, this is a terrible, terrible time for me. Yes, burn it. Is there a flamethrower about? I think we saw in the video with my wife, who shall remain nameless, that there's like a broken flamethrower around here somewhere. That must be the thing. She's upstairs. Go up. Yeah, I can think of no reason. You know, maybe at one time I had a reason why you shouldn't go up, but I crossed that right out after I came to my senses. So there's another undulous hive there, let's call it. Can I get across this without... Nope. I'm gonna go nope. Immediate nope. There is, however, a ramp that way, so maybe I'm just supposed to get some wet boots. Alright. Let's take one undulous hive at a time. That's how I was taught to do things. Sure, it might be a bit traditionalist. Ouch. Ouch. Ouchie hive. Bad times. I don't think you're supposed to do that. No, I don't think you're supposed to do that at all. So maybe I need an item to pass by, the flamethrower being the only thing in mind. And this is a, come back in a minute, Metroid door. Okay. If that's the case, it's probably the same with that. But maybe I can go around behind it. I don't like you. Alright, yeah. Let's close that door right up. Assuming there's no better way to do this, this seems very ineffective, but blind firing a pistol into the hallway would be no more effective. So it could be that I'm just not supposed to... Oh, I'm just not supposed to fight those guys yet, because I only have the one health potion. I'm going to consider this to be like a learning expedition, as I have the one health potion, you see. Solid fuel. Alright. Some chem fluid, and it's covered in spiders. Well, they've got more legs than what we've been dealing with so far, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're more dangerous or aggressive. I don't know who this character is who's guiding us through the bug house. Sort of a Ford Cruller, but not quite. Somebody with a mustache, that's for sure. So I don't really want to proceed too much further without dying at this point. I took so much there, I'd like to try that again. I'm just trying to learn before I die. Missed one. Sorry, sir. Come back for your table in a minute. Alright, there is another herb. I mean, there's a chem fluid hidden behind the spiders, so... Let's just give ourselves a little extra time. Alright. A burner nozzle. I'll take it. That's filled my inventory. Right nice. Maybe I could take the psychostimulants also as a test. See if there's any health items. I'm sure I'm missing all sorts of health items. How long do they last, though? Oh, I think I missed a mystical... I mystically musicked my madness. How long do the psychostimulants last? I don't know. I don't know. How long do the psychostimulants last? Like so. Okay, there's stuff down there. Blind firing with my pistol into the bugs. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be effective. Just wanted to try it. Just curious. clearly a better way to do this. Hopefully involving the burner nozzle. Alright, I'm just gonna let us get a little sick there. The death knell as the bugs consume you. I think you would have been screaming the whole time instead of just at the very end there, but what a massive pain in the ass. Like, quite literally. I believe Ethan is allergic. Did it save it? Why did it save it? I didn't necessarily want it to, and now we're here. Alright. Can I... See if it puts me right back. It sure does. What a treat. What a little treat. Okay. So, I'm gonna need to not consider save points as firmly set in stone as I have been considering them. Lesson learned? Sure. So that means we have this the one life to live together, and we need to figure out how to survive the bugs in it. Or else. Alright, I don't think the burner nozzle is gonna help me there. We must need a proper crank. If you know what I'm saying. Give me just one moment. I'll be right back with you. Alright. Already got the lockpick from there. Gunpowder, but not enough inventory room. So, I can run away. That seems to be the most effective of all of my plans so far. It doesn't really seem like I'm doing any damage with my knife. It doesn't seem like it's dissipating the cloud. I may just not be trying hard enough. So it seems like it's more of a get them to back off situation, but don't try to kill them with the knife. We're slowly learning. This is the door that I came through, so we could try to get out the one that they're guarding. But that's where we got swarmed, nice and fresh last time. Here's where we were hiding as Mia. Mia? Is that it? Something with an M and 3 letters, yeah. Alright, so this is definitely where we started. We went past there. No real need to get more engaged until I have the burner, and then I think I can probably grab that. So let me try to get past these into that room. It seems to be my only real way forward. Just trying to see if these are, like, going away at all. I don't think so. I don't think it's really worth the bother. However, it then becomes a nightmare in there. So I don't know. I don't know what the secret is to clearing mine eyes of gnats. That is, swarmy. Making sure I didn't miss other part of the burner. I don't think so. I guess I can take the nozzle back out the way I started. There is one other progress path, potentially that way. Maybe that's my way forward. Let's try to get back there. Because that room... no thank you. Alright, we're running. Closing that, just in case. That takes us back. How about here? Hi. Little... well, big ones, I should say, but not in a swarm, seem to be fine. Fine with the knife. We have a map. Certainly on the right track now. Alright, so I'm on the way to the gallery. Haven't been in there yet. The other way we could go was out the other guest room door, I guess? But maybe that just all leads back here, so let's keep going this way. Mother, I have arrived. I brought my puss-puss. Mother, do not ignore my puss-puss. It's a fungal infection. Oh, it's a handbag. I see. I was curious there for a second. So maybe this is one of those shadow plinths where I can get that secret achievement. Let's try putting the burner nozzle. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This'll work. Let's see if that makes it pop. Supposedly, there is a baked-in achievement for you being foolish enough to have done that. And I love it, because sure, I'm foolish enough. So I don't remember. We saw what item it was that activates that. Yes, I got it. Nice try. Put an unrelated object on a shadow plinth. Perfect. I don't think it was the scorpion key, but just to make sure, because I don't remember exactly where I got this. That would have gotten us the achievement and have been my genuine ignorance. So, must be hiding around here somewhere. Much like we were from Mama Baker. Back when we were getting in touch with our feminine side. 2 chem fluids. I should really take use of those. Oh boy, should I make use of those. Can I drop temporarily an item? Combine, examine, discard. I would love to drop... Oh, just temporarily. I need way more space than I have. Okay. Then we're going to use psychostimulants. Yes, if there's a hint about the insects, absolutely. Swarms thereof. I am receptive. Let's do this. Terribly wasteful. Don't do this at home. Yay, we have 1 health potion. Alright. Any chance? Nope, not a chance. How dare you even ask? Sorry, handgun. I'll get back to you. Yay. Alright, combine. Seems like those should be combinable items, but okay, sure. Combine. There we go. Just need to do it in this menu. So, we now have a flamethrower. Presumably that works on both the nests and the swarms themselves, is what I'm hoping. We have 150 fuel for it. Thank you. Alright. So, we need the spider item. We now should be able to get anywhere, including the room of swarmy death. I do have an extra health potion to use. Finally, that's very, very helpful. Let's make that 2 as quickly as we can. And is this a backpack item? Ooh. You can now carry more items. Thank sweet goodness. What a nightmare of an inventory that started out as. Alright, hello, Mr. Bobblehead. Goodbye, Mr. Bobblehead. Tell me how you enjoy the void. Have access to another storage chamber. Great. I don't have an herb stored in it. I've lost 5 handgun ammo. Darn, I should have just run to the end. I dropped it, like, right back there. Foolish. Let's go ahead and save it. Yes. And I will take a sip here. Oh, I'm so glad to have more inventory space. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Yes, the problem with the inventory space was a rather mellow nightmare. You have a point. Okay. Here we go again. We have saved it. We have 1 potion. I'm going to go ahead and let's go nozzle first. as hopefully we've killed the rest of the individual bugs. I mean, they can respawn, sure. I hear what you're saying. Puss Puss, you be good. Don't look at me that way, Puss Puss. So that way will take us to the swarmy room of death. This way will take us back and to the first nest we encountered. Let's test on the first nest, as that just seems appropriate and chronological. Okay, I can probably save just a touch of fuel here. There, you figured it out. And don't want to waste any more than I have to, ideally. But I don't know when it's dead. When is it dead? Well, I've wasted way more than I had to. So it could be that even with the flamethrower, it's only a temporary situation. That's kind of a crying shame. Like, why? Why be so rude and mean? Quickly, find the hatch. Find the herb. And I guess run. There is a thing here. That'll clear those. Good, good. Takes a while. Oh, it takes its sweet, sweet time burning spiders. Oh, come on! What do you want from me? The flames don't rise? Alright, as I'm being attacked by spiders, however, it does look like this finally burst. So, I was concerned for no reason. Glad to be. Burner fuel. Oh, I'll take it. Yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, so, apply a little extra pressure to the nests. They will succumb eventually. And don't get close to the spiders until they're fully toasted. Good to know. So hopefully that's everything we needed from this room. Yeah, why did you just now give me that little subtitle? That's worse, somehow. So we still might be able to jump in the water, but I'm not sure. Let's try getting past this nest. I don't know if it's a matter of letting it burn out and then activating it again a couple of times, or if I should just apply a steady stream. So many testing questions. So many testions. It seems to work just fine. Igniting it twice. No. No, you bad bug, you. Alright. So, is this the other side of the room of swarms? I do believe so. That's great. We are back. Back in the living room. Alright, so the only thing is one more case of spiders out there somewhere, right? I will happily go try to find it before we duck and proceed. Ever closer to Mother. Solid fuel. That must be something I can make burner fuel out of. Yes. And strong chem fluid. Okay. Neuro rounds. Ammo for the grenade launcher, which I did not know existed. That sounds explosive. So I can make a little more burner fuel, but I really need to save it. Until I stumble upon another case full. Well, nothing for it. Let's go this way, try to find those spiders. Come on now. Let me in enough to kill you. Just an old traditional vampire request. Come on. Chestnuts roasting. I'm a medical grade. Ah, it needs a lockpick. I have 2 of them, but that wouldn't save me any inventory space right now. And I don't have any inventory space to pick up whatever's in the drawer. This new backpack. Ah, delightful. Still not enough for how terrible I am at inventory management. Let's do this. And this. Hooray. It's the first time we've had 2 health potions in ages. And yes, they're potions. I don't care what age it is. I don't care what age of man it be. 3 potions. Sweet. Okay. Our nightmare spider run turned into our greatest salvation. Let's go ahead and burn this while we're here. Burn it. While I'm young. Health tonics. Yes. A bit of a tincture. Alright. It needed a little extra. A little extra oomph. Ready for cranking. Good, good. And this was not the save spot. Where was the save spot? I'd love to listen to that tape recorder one more time. Is this my voice? It's soothing as hell. Good. Close the cabinet up. And we're done. Alright, was it out that way? I think so. You run just... Hey. I didn't ask for any gators splishy splashing, making me creeped out in the nighttime swamp. I did not ask to be creeped out in the nighttime swamp. I do have strong chem fluid. What was it I could... Flame rounds for the grenade launcher, that was it. I don't have a grenade launcher yet. Sounds cool. I'm gonna put a little bit of my chemical items away for now. Should probably hang on to that. Because I have 13 remaining. Alright. So we still have not found the shadow item. I think I closed that. That's always the problem I have. If I close it manually, just to be nice, like a good house guest, then I don't remember if I've already looted there. She's upstairs. So I think we're all caught up. We just need to bend under the fireplace. I suppose we can go this way for that. Just trying to refresh my memory if there were any other hallways we didn't go down yet. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Mother. That's how you crouch, I've just remembered. Even though I'm sure this is a slight waste of fuel, it's nice to have a lit flame in front of my face. In a game like this, I'll take whatever kind of protection I can. There's no flashlight item, is there? No. You wouldn't take pity on me to the extent of providing a... No? Hey, Mia.
Ethan!
If that is your name.
Remember. No more bullshit, Mia. I want some answers.
Yay, it is.
I know, you're
I'm
right,
an
and I always wanted
okay
to tell
husband.
You, but I can only remember a little, and the rest is just gone.
Daddy, all right? You mind if I borrow Mommy for a little bit?
Yeah, kind of. We were having a
Just
discussion.
stand there. Do something!
Ethan, help!
Oh, I'm used to it by now. I'm used to being a passive observer to things. The stone statuette. This, I believe, is what creates our spider shape. If memory serves. And it does not. Alright, back up. Another coin for the cages. In case we find a witcher. Alright, so a scripted event has happened. That means, oh, any number of things could now be loose in the old house.
Out!
Including Mama Marguerite. I'm covered in spiders. It's my favorite state of being. I'm just covered in spiders. And I'm peeing. Nope, I'm out. Yep. My thoughts exactly. That was unpleasant. It looks like a plan for some sort of flamethrower. Yeah, I've got it here. Did I completely miss this on the way in? Because wow. Wow. I should be more observant. Okay. Mama? Are you still covered in spiders? Are you creating the spiders? I have so many questions. I can hear footsteps. It's never a good thing. Oh, not in a game like this where you just desperately want to be alone. Okay, I don't think I want to be found. I think that's a big naughty no-no of being found. But where would I find the crank? Let's start here. Please don't come back in here while I'm maneuvering. No, I'm maneuvering! Okay. Making progress. I'm gonna hope this is the right way to find our handle. Oh look, worms and leeches and things. Centipedes?
Jesus, fuck!
Millipedes. Well, they're everywhere. I actually feel one. And the information between my butt cheeks. That's... wow. New sensation. Alright, on the other side of that dirty, brackish water. Ugh. Ugh. Thank goodness. I'll take that herb. Oh, anything to calm me down. We don't have much fuel. I should have held on to that chem fluid, it turns out. But maybe it was strong. It would serve me ill. Alright, we have another potential crankable there. For when we find the crank, we can get... muddy. No, thank you. Zoe, you tried to sneak up to the second floor again, didn't you? Did we already read this message like as Mia? I can't remember. Even after what happened to Evelyn, you just keep talking about some strange medicine. And what are you planning to do with my altar? You better keep those sticky peppermint fingers off of it. Nobody touches my sacred altar. You use my desecrated altar for that sort of behavior. You think your father and I are idiots? Question mark, exclamation point. You spoiled, pathetic child. I wish you'd never been born. Oh, this is something you can't take back as a parent. We'll stop here. If you ever even touch my altar, I'll slice off your chest and serve it up as pot roast. Well, I would make a tender pot roast. That's fair. I mean, you're only human. So, should I make more fuel? Yes. I have 3 health tonics. Let's make that. And we're headed this way. Under the house. It's probably unwise to ignite the flamethrower in very close quarters next to a potential natural gas source. But if I see bugs, we are lighting it up. No hesitation. Riding The lawnmower. Yeah, lawnmower. It seems like a strange thing to keep under the house. How would you ride it if it's under the... Ew! There were a couple of bugs in there. I'm becoming more familiar. Also, have never held such bloodlust heart as I do for those bobble-headed baseball men. A collectible item. So, I found I do not have space for it. You silly, silly boy. Why would you think you did? Two. One. Oh, hi. Sorry to keep you waiting. So, we can crank our way back across the water. Presumably there will be a scripted air the loot. Hello, sir. Oh, caught him with some of that elbow action. I've been playing some button to crouch, and I keep hitting B, expecting to stand up, and it's just not gonna happen. That and to crouch. Alright. Scripted event, you crawl on up my backside. If you like it, I'll be here. Ew, it's all algae-ish. Algebraic? I don't know what the word is. Don't you bang on the window. Don't you go knocking shutters. You shutter knocking such and such. How dare you? So presumably we have to avoid Marguerite again and just get out to the... back patio. Is this way quicker? I forget. Is Marguerite standing right here? I forget. My love? Please tell me you're on the right side of the law. Oh, something's buzzing. Something's buzzing and swarming. We'll just try a little fire, and then run for it. Well, so far so good. Marguerite? This isn't the right back alleyway. Oh no, I need to be over on that one. I've miscalculated. I've misnavigated. Hey! Love you! Bye!
There you are!
We'll go around. Doesn't matter much to me which way we go. I'll go around, yeah. To make more spiders inside of my chest cavity like last time. No chest cavity spiders. Alright, oh, you guys have fun. You settle down whenever you feel like it. There. Okay. Was there any... You know, I should have saved it even though we went the wrong way. Oh, I should have saved it. That's fine. We'll just crank it right up. No big deal. Just love cranking. She sounded upset. Are you okay? Ooh. Is this the chest she was going to serve as pot roast? Because it does look quite tender. The crow key. Sorry. I'm a bit croaky. An antique coin, I'll take it. So how much space do I need for the very important, quite necessary entire reason we're out here, Crokey. How much space would one need for something like that? Do I need the crank? Is the crank still in play? Probably. It's probably going to be future crankables. I have a lockpick, if only I'd have had the foresight to use it, and plenty of first aid meds. In fact, if I could only use 2 of them, oh, that sure would help me. Please stop shouting. That's not helping me. It's stressing me out. Stop it. Shouting at a time like this. So I really don't know what we can afford to drop. All we've got is ammo, health, or lockpicks. Ah. Okay. So, Crow Door. That was where that little note was. Which direction was that again? I wonder. Hello, Mrs. Baker and such. I'll just watch you through the window if I could be creepy for a second. Oh, I stole your Crokey. Me with the ability to just speak it out, if you will. I'm so sorry. No, stop that. Stop that behavior. You bad, nasty thing. You're going to attract your mother. And this is not Back to the Future 1. Alright, we'll go this way. You've attracted Happy? Now I have. Great.
Try and get away from my babies, you cocksucker!
Okay.
Fucking shitcock! Show yourself!
And that's, there's my advertising settings for the YouTube episode. Great. Thanks, Mama. Here's the Crow Door. Finally. What is this item? Ah, solid fuel. We also found an herb there. I won't worry about it. Let's just get out. Oh, I can't wait. She got me. She got me so bad. Glad that's on camera forever. Alright, we're in the basement. Please don't fill it with bugs. If I give you $1.
Cocksucker! Let's get down to business! My babies! God only knows!
I had one ask. Was that you didn't fill it with bugs. That was my only... No, I don't want that.
You think you can bullshit here and
okay.
have your way with my family?
I thought no such thing. No. Frankly, all I was hoping for was just a kind word from a stranger.
This is what you get for messing around in places you ain't supposed to!
Really need to stop using burner fuel, but I'm not sure how else to save myself here. Can't, like, quickly climb out while she's distracted. Interesting. I really need to set those back to a quick select item. Oh, I'm covered in stings. Shame. No idea what my options are here. I seemingly cannot break out of the wood. There is something out there, isn't there? Get under it. Yikes.
Eat well, my pretties!
So,
This is beyond the pale. You hear
that
me?
does look like an
Beyond the
obvious
pale.
area. If there's an easy to see way out of here I'm missing, I sure don't get it. Am I just supposed to attack her like a person? Okay, that would make sense. If she's like going to burst into bugs here. there! No, this isn't the time to burst into bugs. Okay, let's get out. Thank you. It's overusing my bug defense against a physical meat person. That's gross. What are you? This'll save some inventory space. I wish I could do that again with what I know now. That was a lot of health I wasted in the pit looking around. Do try to avoid having spiders burst out of your chest cavity. I'll do my best. Thank you for stopping by. So nice to see you there. Okay. So again, I did not use pistol ammo, even after you said you're not using pistol ammo, and that will save you here. I switched to my shotgun so that I could still save all of my pistol ammo. I have no idea why. I don't trust you anymore, Corner. I don't trust you at all. Alright, let's get out of here. Obviously, this is going to be, Joe, I'm assuming, in that she is not dead, and this is one boss battle out of, oh, let's say 8. Target acquired. Okay. Is this the original subject? Regarding the, series, serum, the following items, be able to synthesize serum. D series, cranial nerve, D series, peripheral nerve.
I think that's it.
Is that like a shopping list? You need the following items to be able to synthesize this? Okay. And I will need to do so back here at this box. Is that the case? We'll assume the babies are nodding yes. All right. So it's hardly the time. My nerves are a little shot right now, so I'm not going to speak with you. No. Oh, I didn't know you could vocally respond and she would stop calling. I'll be right back. My ears have been ringing all day. Pity I put those bell earrings in. I haven't been able to sleep since the child showed up. It's like Zoe says, there is something strange about the child, Grogu, and the woman she brought with her. I'm seeing things, hearing things. I can't stop feeling nauseous. I went to see the doctor in town, and he gave me an X-ray. What's happening to me? The child gave me a present. It's that fungal infection note we read earlier. Not the present, but I put the present in the secret room, right at the back of the second floor where nobody will find it. That arm is a sign of the child's trust. That arm will lead us to happiness. And anyone who corrupts that happiness, well, I won't allow them to live. I'm sorry I've been trying to corrupt your happiness. I don't fully understand. Alright, sorry, Zoe. Are you gonna call again? May I impose upon you to call again? Yes.
Well, did he find a serum?
I just got done dealing
I
with
found
your
a
mom and her fucking
shriveled up
bugs.
little man
Wish you could have warned
in a
me.
box.
Sorry about that. What about the serum?
I haven't found any, but I did find out we need to make one. A D-series head and an arm. This can't be right.
A head? I think I have that around here somewhere.
You do?
I don't know about the arm.
Just lying
though.
around.
Have you searched the whole house?
No, not yet.
Yeah, there was a
I
note
still
where
need
your
to check
mother
the
said
second
there was a
floor.
secret room.
All right. Check it out. Meet me at the trailer if you find it.
Oh, will do. After I defeat your mother's second phase. I sure will. All right, see you in a minute. I'll see you, little shriveled man. I didn't see anything of note on here. It's weird that it's an inspectable item when there's nothing to inspect upon it, but flavor. So much flavor. Is it breathing or am I? I don't no. I cannot tell the difference. Okay. I'm gonna hold my pistol for a while, just to see what that feels like. Just to see the weight of it. This is desperately unbalanced. We need another lantern, and preferably 4 more butterflies. Another coin. I can't wait to get back to the trailer so I can drop that off. That's an inventory space taken up, no matter how you slice it. Alright, so if I was a second lantern that was not currently in Mama Baker's hand, where would I be? I didn't like that sound I just heard. She's got it. No, she's got the lantern. That's the one we need. For sure. Alrighty. Okay. Let's get psyched about it. I am unpsyched. Was there another tape recorder down there? I don't think so. I think the only safe room I have is at the back of the house. Let me just race back there to make sure I've got a good spot. Oh, I know she put an extra roof. A nest somewhere here. I don't know if I fully broke it in my haste. It is this way. Yes. This is, again, probably overkill. One of my long ways back to save it for no reason. But I also want to check my inventory here. Alright. I have to get all the way back to the trailer for these. Let's go ahead and put them in there for now. Keep the crow key, keep the crank just in case. Probably want to hang on to my lockpick, and let's grab one of these. Sure. Alright. And one more save. Alright, now let's go chase down that lantern. That's always the worst part. In a game like this, sometimes you're just going along through a situation that seems fairly safe, and they surprise you with the element of danger. But then there's those situations where you know exactly where the danger is, and you have to walk into it from the other side. I don't like those. And the danger is right down this hole here. And that's the only way to go. Oh. Alright. Oh, I could have stored the scorpion key. That is probably true. I'm so sorry. Now I'm all the way back here. I should have read that earlier. We'll do our best for now. Mother, I'm back, and I'd like your only source of light. Your legs,
Well, that's
they look
special.
different. Thank goodness he has a flashlight. You know who wants to have a flamethrower equipped? It's me. It's me who wants that. I need solid fuel. I know I missed a piece, like I left one in a drawer up there. That's probably gonna come back to haunt me that I used so much in the pit. It's haunting me even now. Some of these rungs are moist. Ugh. This isn't better. I mean, we saw her crawling this way. This isn't better. There's my invitation to the second floor. Alright. Get some strong chem fluid. Unlock the gate. Hooray! We can use these coins now. Little shortcut. I'm very grateful. Oh, it's the same feeling you get like in Dark Souls when they give you a shortcut. You're like, oh, that's stress that you just saved me. Thank you. Alright, so let's grab these out. I have 5, actually... 5 should do it. Stabilizer. May as well. It could be that I should invest in the Magnum first instead, but oh well. Forget that Magnum. Danger hole! What did you call me? You heard me. Danger hole. Stabilizer. Relaxes the muscles, reduces stress, making reloading faster, lasts indefinitely. Hooray. Alright, so I just need to find 9 more coins for the last, seemingly, last cage prize. I'm sure that will help. We still don't have any new videotapes. Anything else I can craft? Throw the scorpion key in here. Since I just need chem fluid for that, I'll just hang on to that, leave the strong stuff. And better save it. Why not? Okay, back through the gate. Thank you, shortcut. I'm assuming that's where Mia was taken, into his little hidey hole there. That's what I'm assuming is the... I forget his name. Lucas? Lucas Baker's house? / area. Though I didn't want to say that, because that implies... mental images that I just didn't want you to have to deal with. Sure. Locked from the other side. That's to be expected. There's treasure in them there toiletries. I can't wait to find it. Mother Part 2. I've arrived. Ew. You can hear her moaning. Separating agent. Special separating agent in charge. Let's do it. Why not? Jingle jangle. Flame rounds. Not something I really want to be carrying right now. In fact, I would much rather have that solid fuel. Okay. 1 second. I can't wait to have a grenade launcher, but until that point, this is doing me no good whatsoever. Quickly race back here. Because I would very much like to use my chem fluid and that solid fuel to make more burner fuel. Just need an inventory space for it. Okay. And separating agent, I'll leave there for now. I have to come back and look at all these treasure photos. I think I've been putting all of them in my... Is that the treasure? Is this the, toilet in question? It's probably not the right photo. Nope, that's the fireplace. That's the right photo. So if it wasn't this, does the treasure photo get removed? Because that looks like the same pile of cigarettes. However, I can't really get, like, behind it down there to look for something. So I don't know if it was that Magnum ammo, in which case, weird. Weird how that works, and then doesn't get rid of the postcard or anything. So I'm assuming maybe there's another toilet. We'll look. Alright, I do have enough free space. Just double checking. Don't want to use my chem fluid on a health tonic just yet. I want it for burner fuel. Let's go grab the strong fuel for it. And then I'll stop teasing you. Because when I came into this house and she began moaning, somebody said, "Oh, I'm so ready for this part." And that was a weird way to say it. I apologize for my phrasing, but... Now, how do I explain? Alright. 127 in there. That makes me happier. I wish I could jump back and save it, but oh well. Oh well. She's in here, isn't she? She's still in here? Yeah. No, I can sense that. I can sense her on the wind and the waves. Sounds like a lot of bugs in there. Oh, I don't like that. I would prefer to have all of my weapons equipped, sans perhaps the pocket knife, but even that is useful for bugs and such, but then I don't have health currently equipped. I'm wondering if I should replace my pocket knife with some health. I thought you could do that, but maybe I'm crazy and it's only weapons that can be equipped? Maybe that's the case. It feels like I was using potions a little quicker before is all, before I filled up my slots. And I don't know how. Well, that's big enough for her to... Yeah. Oh, that's big enough for her to get in and out and grab me. There's another toilet. It doesn't look like the one from the picture. That was locked. Or blocked. Or was it? There must be another wall here then. Ah, spiders. Good. Just spiders. Stay back. I'm not ready for you yet. Probably not ready for more items. Either. Alright. Something very strange sounding. Very slippery. Like a whole case of sloppy joes back there. Burn and die, yes. Fall from the top of the door, dead. Alright, nothing really to burn around here. Not yet. Not until we see the whites of her eyes. Locked from the other side. Seemingly no way around. Where is she? Golly, I'd love to know. Alright, so do I just burn this? Or is that a huge waste? Up the stairs it is. She got me again. With her long, long arms. Let's try something physical. Yeah! I mean, fire is physical, but you know. Have you ever considered a career as a school teacher? I think you'd be quite good at it, keeping the children in line. Well, that was fun. That's got my heart racing. Oh, yeah. That's gonna happen again a couple of times in here, isn't it? Oh, my heart. It is racing. We have a strong first aid med. Potential strong first aid med for the first time. Definitely don't need more flame rounds right now. I'm so full of handgun ammo. It's... Hi! I'm glad owning that preceded that. But still, how dare you? Like, how very dare you? I'm just gonna set your little pouch on fire. Your little kangaroo pouch, alright? It's fine, right? Don't mind that. And she's gone. Yay. What a treat. What a treat it is in this house to be alive. In this house. No. No, whatever you're doing, stop. She's making nests, isn't she? That's the sound I would make if I was making nests. And now I hear something flying. That's the worst news. Okay. Oh, man. Hold still. Hi. Okay, didn't mean to turn around and leave my back so exposed to her like that. But thank you.
Oh, Evie's gonna be hot.
Alright, that looks like the thing. Looks like the thing to do. You're launching at me from the walls. Madam, I beg of you, no. Oh, what a terrible time to reload. Just as the right shot lined up. Alright, let's, Yummy. Okay. Okay. Just wait for more moaning and groaning, I guess. Doesn't seem to be any other way to, like, proceed up here, so I'm assuming we're just fighting her in this space. However, maybe now she's gone. Again. Apparently I shouldn't be around when she's perched. Oh, I don't mean to be insensitive, but I'd love for you to bend over again. Oh. This isn't going great, because I haven't gotten her beehive either of the last 2 times, and I'm down to just a couple of shotgun shots. But that's just what they want you to think, so you give up, emotionally. And it's easier to kill you. Yep, that is what I thought it was. Oh, well, I'm down here now. All right. I'm not sure if she can come back down or not. Probably. She's right there! Oh, every single time there's a good shot. Okay. 3 for 3, no beehive. This is going so poorly. Gonna try to waste a little handgun ammo instead of shotgun, at least. It's about the best I can do. She's making another nest. Ah. Don't do that. Don't make another nest. I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. I'm sorry. Not a good time to reload. Okay. Interesting. No, that is never the way I want you to turn around. Please stop biting me.
What do you think you're doing? I'm gonna
That's a very good question.
and eat your scrawny head!
Come on. Come on, that was close enough. That was close enough to beehive time. So now I'm completely out of shotgun shots. This is not going well at all. Ah. Getting attacked by the bugs, which are easiest to take out with the knife, but a nightmare to take out with the knife. I have no meds. This is just winding down. But at least I'm dying in the most stressful way possible.
Okay, steady boy.
Hi, I have a knife. Just one pocket knife. There are plenty of materials around for potions and things, but it doesn't help me much with the shotgun ammo that I've wasted so far. Come on, just give me this. I can't even see where this hive was. I have to find all of those as she lays them next time if possible. God, I really would like to just retry this right now, instead of having to die by a million bug bites. Let me take a moment and wipe my nose. I'll be right back with you. All right. So I know, like, the entire point of it, and all of these arena boss battles that we've done so far are to stress you out and make you have a bad time. But I always find myself playing these games and being stressed out and having a bad time, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Let's try this from the top. Hello, hello. It's so nice to see you there. Not late to the party at all. The party is in full swing. Alright, so I don't know where this has put me. Should be just before I got in the house, great. So she's gonna burst out from that window right there. We'll remember. We'll be prepared for it. How can I best set things up here? I have 3 health potions now, 14 shotgun shots. There are shotgun shells in there, which would help. Let's go ahead and grab them. Try to be a little smarter this time around. I'm gonna just leave that for a moment. I don't think I'm gonna need to get through that door. I'm just gonna save the fuel. I need Anything else down here I should get before we kick off? No, thank you. Not until I need it. Now that I'll take. Okay. That's probably about the best I can do for myself. Let's go say hi. I think I can probably use this for now.
Now with me, we're gonna settle this.
Oh, that was a really nice ocular shot. Alright. So let's try to have it go like it went the first time, and not like any of the others where I did not hit her little beehive once for the rest of the fight. Let's try to make that happen. I do have herbs. Let's grab that. Should be fine. Maybe her making a nest. Every time it's like perfectly lined up, I miss and kind of hit it a couple of times, but then right when I have the shot, I'm out every single time. Oh, come on. Show me where you keep... Right when the shot is up. Great. No nest.
Let's see you scamper your way out of there.
Yes, you are. Oh, I'm being hung from my boots. I didn't agree to this. She's back. Gah. How about a little fire, just for fun? Just to get you to back off so that I can... Parting shot. Okay, so once again, very low on shotgun ammo. Almost immediately, no beehives exploded whatsoever. That's not a good sound. Where is she? Come on. Oh, she's just behind this where I can't get to her. Alright, hate the part with the bugs. Hate the annoyance of the bugs. Can get you at all? What a minor annoyance those are.
Still got some fight in you, huh?
Yikes. That was not a close-up I was ready for. Darn the swarms. That's where she put it. Alright, get out of there. There is no part of this battle that I would describe as a good time or satisfying. The only thing that would satisfy me now is if this battle was to end. Hold still, my love. Hold still a little longer. I wasn't loaded. That was a piece of me. Give that back.
You don't even...
I'm so sick of that. So sick of that. Getting the perfect shot lined up and then it just going away.
Just fucking stay down,
Alright.
okay?
Pour a little of that on my hand. And we'll just like even to win, I feel nothing. That wasn't a good time. Yay! I'll see you next time you come back from the dead and make it even more annoying to kill you. But we got the lantern. Now we can set our little justice scales, right? Make sure I got all the goodies I can get. I'm desperately gonna need them after that performance. Thank you guys for the bits there. That is so kind of you. I don't mean to be all about it. Hooray! Celebratory feelings. Celebratory feelings that would have been nice 15 minutes ago. Alright, now I'm gonna need to make some decisions as to what I can take back with me, though I'm guessing there must be a storage chest somewhere close by. At the trailer, at the very least. Let's see what we can make. Nothing. Alright. This little statuette of a Cupid boy is clearly hiding something. Let's break it. Sure. Okay, also while I'm at it, let's just reload everything with the scant remaining shells I possess. So there's a ton of chem fluid back here. I can't really afford the inventory space. I should come back and grab it if I can drop off some stuff at the storage box, though. I don't think there's anything else upstairs. Let's get out of here. Something very strange happening over there. Alright, yeah, psychostimulants we never picked up. And there's a strong chem fluid back in the spider tank there. Is that where the gate was, perhaps? And it's fallen over now. I'm assuming that's what that is. Nice shortcut out. I appreciate it. All right. Let me run to the trailer, and then I will run back here to grab some more goodies. And then we should be ready to meet up with Zoe again, or for Zoe to tell us where to find the arm. Though, we didn't find the arm in the second floor. That's what we're missing. There's still like a secret room, right? I can definitely head back that way. Okay. I'll get rid of this for now. Get rid of that for now. Keep the lantern. It's the only handgun ammo I have. Don't need the Magnum. Keep the shotgun. I don't know when I'm going to need the crank again. We'll hold on to it. Don't know why I'm looting. We've already been here. Alright, quick save and grab some chem fluid. Trying to figure out if there's a way to just put away my weapon entirely. No weapon equipped. I thought there was, but now I can't seem to find it. Okay, so we have psychostimulants. ahead and grab this. I'm getting very winded. What with all this trailer work? Alright. Got that. Grab these. Not enough space. Okay. I thought chem fluids could stack. But they cannot stack. Alright, fine. Well, we'll take multiple trips. Just making sure that's not something that can be flamed away. I don't think it is. And we should be in pretty good shape. Made the best use of resources here as we could. 2 chem fluids remaining. I won't worry too much about it. So, let's just see if we can get, like, the next story beat here. What am I looking for upstairs? Let's take the ladder. Hopefully we can find what we're looking for. I forget at all if there was a clue. It said 2nd floor, secret room. Was it behind something? That looks like a quick way to a secret room, sure. Strong candidate. Otherwise, not seeing too much up here. So, find the arm in the old house 2F. Is about all the information I have. Files, here we are. I just wanted to see if we could... Message again. I put the present in the secret room right at the back of the 2nd floor. That's about all. This seems to be right at the back of the 2nd floor. But, no way to get to it. Right at the bathroom of the 2nd floor? Is that what you meant? Maybe it's... This is the back? The greenhouse? How did I miss those? Did they respawn? So it's like it has to be 2nd floor, it can't be outside. Not seeing anywhere else to climb, say. But there is kind of another level up there. We might be able to get higher. I would say it's this, but I have no idea what to do with that. And it didn't really say to activate or slide anything. So sorry, I'm sure this is supposed to be very obvious. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Burner fuel, that's what I'm looking for. I could maybe use like a psychostimulant if there's an item wherever it's hiding. Worth a shot? Nope, 0 items. On the 2nd floor. Strange. The only thing I can think is to climb. But I don't know where to. Let me just look this up. I'm out of ideas. I probably shouldn't be, but here we are. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Hidden within the old house. Mm-hmm. And then where? Okay, is this not the old house? This is like the greenhouse? Is that my problem? So we fought her in the second floor of the greenhouse, and I need to go back to the old house, second floor. Maybe that's the problem, and this is not the right building entirely. Let me check if I can get back to where I'm thinking they mean. And I'm so sorry if I've been completely wasting your time out here. I figured it would be where we fought her. This is the only... house nearby, but I guess that would be the old house. Let me try running back this way. Don't know if this is the right thing to do. You are in the old house, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let's see if it's on the other side here. If I can even get to the second floor on this side, I think we can. Potentially. Alright, so that's where we need to bring it back. Grandma? Do you mind? We're trying to find the arm here, and you're making it very hard with your plunking. I mean, you're not making it... How do I clarify this? Where are the stairs, Grandma? That's where I'll put the lantern. Is that also hiding? Perhaps. Oh, it's cute. Alright. My flashlight seems to be, flickering. Is that you, Mr. Gator? Oh, I don't like this at all. I don't like walking closer. Baby cabinet. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. And some scroll. It's nice. What happened to the ship? Oh, hundreds dead, lost at sea. Assuming this actually has some meaning. It's pirate from the ship, and it sprayed crazy, venomous stick figure mare. I'm gonna put that down before it reaches me. Yeah. Yeah. Hello? Grandma? Fungal. For the whole family. Where did they come from? Did they fall from the roof, or were they squeezed out of the foam? Oh, I don't know where babies come from. And that bothers me. Something's wrong with her. You know, the first time she turned into locusts, I began to question... I still seem to be headed on the right path, but this is a long way. A long way to be toyed with by Abuela. And my flashlight's out of batteries. Evelyn? Is that you, my sweet? Heard good things, all good things about you. Maybe... maybe something about you not being able to fully control your incredible power. I'm here to help with that. I kind of want to use a potion, and I also don't want to use a potion. Why does a child need a chair that big? Or is that a bed? Oh, it's a tiny bed. I was like, that's a big chair. Small bed. I see now. Well, that looks promising. Okay, 1 second. Make sure we're not being watched from the corners first. Evelyn, are you sure you don't want to come out and meet me proper? I love your pirate ship blanket. It's super. I want to be friends. Please don't kill me. Please don't use your fungus to kill me. Evelyn, why? You know I'm scared of confined spaces. Right, what's in here? Just reach your hand in. Don't worry about your fingertips. They're gonna be fine. Alright. Right here? Yeah, that looks like the spot. In we go. That's an actual corpse. Cool. Alright. Why is it... Why behind the child's bed? Behind the child's bed. The corpse. Where? It's not where I would keep it. Excuse me.
Oh, God.
Oh. Just poops right out of the joint there. Easy as pie. Cleanup's a bit of a nightmare. Thank you for your time. X marks the spot, I see. Alright, I'm good. You can have that fruit. That's so sweet of you to offer. Oh, you're such a kind... I mean, it's not often that I think, a child's feet, open fire, but that is exactly the thought I just had. A child's feet. She gonna die. Or I am. Those are the only two options. Did you scrawl this all here while I was... Or were you keeping it from me? From my perception somehow? Evelyn? Hi. Okay. Whew. In service to... Or perhaps to one of Lucas' devices. I'm not sure. Yeah, we have 6 shots left. That's enough. That's enough to hold the shotgun. I am gonna go ahead and use my last one, though it's probably foolish. I'll make another. Another as quick as I can. Probably should be watching where I'm... Probably should be. Are you sure that's not enough? Alright, no more shotgun ammo. No more comfort. Let's get out of here. It's the party room. Oh, I missed you, Mr. Putrid Bear. Mr. Sick Bear of Putrefaction. I want my alligator friend to protect me from this madness. But he won't. He would do nothing to protect me if I was truly in danger. That was the test. Now we know. I thought I could count on you. So do I just bring it back to the trailer now? Maybe? I kind of feel like I need this case. Can I take the case back to the trailer too? No, that's silly and foolish. Fair enough. Yes, Zoe? Can I help you?
Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. Are we really gonna be able to make serum with this thing?
It'll be fine. After we make it, we can get out of here. Together. I'll be waiting for you in the trailer.
Alright.
Quick clarifying question. Will you be alive in the trailer as you wait for me? Are you... Or did you die long ago? And your spirit is haunting the telephones. Yes. Yes, it's all becoming clear. It feels like there was a quicker way out of here, but I'm just gonna go this way. In the hopes that this is a way out of here. If not quick, a possible way out. Alright. Heading back to the trailer, assuming nothing jumps out of the woods to touch me on my bum-bum. The grave will out the truth, uncover the secret in the old house. I don't feel like I uncovered much besides my own cowardice inside the old house, but thank you for the achievement.
Now where the hell are you? You know, never mind. We only need the head, and you've got it. This is gonna help me and me, right?
Hey, buddy. I thought you should know.
Oh, it's you.
I decided that Zoe needed a timeout.
So she
and
is
Leah
local.
are here with me. And
Okay.
they're keeping each other company.
Just let them both go!
Glad they're new
what
friends.
do you need them for?
Nah, that's family business, Ethan, and not your concern. Understand? Now, if you want the head, feel free to come by any time and I'll give it to you. But only if you participate in a little, activity.
You know,
I
I've
put
never,
together.
in all my days, heard a proposition like that.
What
That's...
activity?
Oh, I know you're excited, but don't worry. It's not going anywhere. First step I need you to take, partner, is for you to take a peek inside the fridge in the trailer there.
Fuck you!
What have you put in the fridge?
Come on now, don't be like that.
Were you in here touching
You'll
stuff?
have fun, don't you? Now, look in the fridge.
Okay, I'll look in the fridge. But I swear, if you've made, like, tiramisu out of actual ladyfingers, I'm gonna be so frickin' hungry. So... That's... overcooked. Wow. You can just see right down into the gullet there? Right into the cranial gullet. What do we got? The pig is waiting for you in the dissection room. Is it an actual pig? Are you referring to our fine deputy who should not be slandered in this way, as he has provided excellent service, unity, and to me? Okay. I'm presuming that's definitely not the, did he steal the grenades? No, the grenades are intact. That Lucas kept his filthy hands. Dropping a bit of this off. I don't know when we need the arm. Can I leave that for now? I'm gonna risk it. Might need the crow key. I don't have the snake key. And hopefully we're kind of down the scorpion key. So I'm gonna leave some of that. And I'm gonna save it. And then we'll take a quick look out Lucas's way. But this is probably a good time to go let my heart rate reset before the next boss arena happens to me. All over the back in front of me. As I'm trying to flee. So I'm assuming we're going this way. Welcome to paradise. Heads on toilets. Truly, this is paradise. So I would need something to get in there. I'm presuming he would have told me what that was if this was indeed where I was supposed to enter. So maybe that's not where I'm supposed to enter. Find the deputy's body in the dissection room. Yes, it's probably that the key card is on our dear friend. Back in the main house, it must just be in the basement here. There we go. Morgue, dissection room. So, I have to go back to the main house, down the stairs. Let's save it back there. I think that should be easy to get. To get to. And then I will finally be out of your hair. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me through my many, tortured squeals. I really appreciate your time. We were just over there. Is it because it was through the scorpion door? I think so. Yes. I'm glad we went there at the beginning of the session, or I would have had a much harder time remembering. So, headed down to the dissection room down the stairs. We'll save it here. And I will see you guys next time. This has been such a blast. Thank you for watching me get savaged in every arena. I'm sure that's the point. I'm hoping that's the point. Otherwise, oh boy, I need to work on my skills. It is such a pleasure to play for you, regardless of my skills. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Have a great Saturday. And I'm going to go make myself some green chili enchiladas, or some sort of concoction comprised of such things. Smooches to all. See you back in the Baker basement to dissect Deputy Brady. Or we'll see what happens. Bye for now.